everyone, and welcome to Sweet Pieces Inspirations. My name is Sydney, and today we are going to learn how to make this Christmas tree placemat. Very simple. All you need to know how to do is how to do a knit stitch, a purl stitch, a purl two together, and of course your cast-ons as well. So the yarn that I'm going to be using in today's tutorial is going to be Premier's Just Cotton, which is in the color Sage Marl. You can use whatever kind of yarn that you would like. I do highly recommend using cotton if you are going to be using this as a placemat and putting hot plates or anything that's hot or cold and could be sweating as well. The cotton will really help soak up any kind of condensation, but also cotton is a little bit heat resistant when it's in this form. And then also I'm going to be using a 5mm knitting needle. Use whatever kind of knitting needle that you would like, or whatever the yarn that you're using recommends. Mine recommended a 5mm knitting needle, so that is what I used. And this is what the yarn looks like. So there is some sage color and then also some white. Again, use whatever you prefer to want to use, and we are going to go ahead and get started. So you can start off with a cast on of 40 stitches. You can use whatever kind of cast on that you would like, but I preferred to use the long tail cast on. So go ahead and get your 40 stitches casted onto your knitting needle, and then we'll go ahead and get started. Once you have gotten all 40 cast-ons, you're going to go ahead and turn your work. And then for the very first row, we are going to go ahead and purl in each stitch. So go ahead, purl each stitch, and you should have a total of 40 stitches once you have gotten row number 1 completed. So for row number 2, which is going to be the start of our decreases, we are going to do a 2-row repeat that consists of the first row. We are going to purl 2 together, and then we are going to knit in each stitch until we have reached the end of row number 2. Again, this is the first row repeat of 2-row repeat. So go ahead and knit each stitch, and you should have a total of 39 stitches once you have gotten this row completed. So now we are going to turn our work, and we are going to be now on the back side of our work, which is going to be the purl side. The second row repeat, we are going to start off with a purl 2 as well. So go ahead and purl 2 together, and then we are going to purl in each stitch. So once you have gotten this row completed, you should have 38 stitches on your knitting needle. And we are going to go ahead and continue repeating those 2-row repeats until we have a total of 20 stitches on our needle. So we are just going to continue decreasing until you have a total of 20 stitches on your knitting needle, and then I will meet you once I have gotten that completed. Once you have gotten to where you only have 20 stitches left on your knitting needle, you should now be on the back side of your work, which is the purl side. Now we are going to cast on 5 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, which you can cast on any kind of way that you would like. Making sure that stitch that before we did do our cast on, you kind of cinch that stitch down, or else it will be a little bit loose. So now we are going to turn our work, and now we are going to be on the front side of our work, and we are going to knit each stitch. So now once you have gotten to the end of this row, you should have a total of 25 stitches. And I'm going to knit this row real quick, and then I will meet you once I have gotten to the end. Once you have gotten all 25 stitches knitted, we are going to do the exact same thing of what we did over here. And what this is doing is giving our points for our Christmas tree. So now we are going to cast on another 5 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So go ahead and turn your work. And now we are going to purl in each stitch. So now you should have a total of 30 stitches. And I'm going to purl this real quick, and then I will meet you back around for our decreasing rows. Start working on our decreasing rows again. So we are going to start off with a purl 2 together, and this is for the front side of our work, and then knit each stitch. So once you have gotten this row completed, you should have a total of 29 stitches, and then you'll flip it on the back side and then work your decreasing rows on the purl side as well. And we're going to continue that 2-row repeat again until you have a total of 10 stitches on your knitting needle. So I'm going to work this up real quick, and then I'll meet you back for the point of our Christmas tree. So once you have decreased until you only have 10 stitches left on your knitting needle, we are going to cast on 3 stitches. And this is going to give our last point of our tree. Go ahead and turn your work, and go ahead and knit each stitch. So now you should have a total of 13 stitches on your knitting needle, and I'm going to work this up real quick. So once you have gotten all 13 of those knitted, we are going to cast on another 3 stitches. And this is the point for the other side. Go ahead and turn your work. And now you should be on the purl side, and we are going to purl each stitch, which I'm going to do real quick. Now we are going to work our decreasing rows. So you should have 16 stitches on your knitting needles right now. So go ahead and purl 2 together. And then knit the rest of your stitches. So once you have gotten this row completed, you should have a total of 15 stitches. Go ahead and turn your work. You should be on the back side now, or the purl side. And we're going to purl the first 2 stitches together. and then purl the rest of our stitches. So we're going to go ahead and repeat that until you have a total of 1 stitch left on your knitting needle, and then I will meet you once I have gotten that completed. Now the only thing left to do is sew in your ends, and then if you would like to block your Christmas tree, you can do that. And this is what your Christmas tree, or just if you want to use it for a tree, would look like once you have fully got it blocked and all. I hope you guys greatly enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, don't forget to give this video a like, share, comment, or subscribe. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I will see you guys next time.